So I want to share with you about a client that came in last week, a situation. It was really difficult. We had met this person a few weeks ago. She came in for a pregnancy test and sonogram. She was 6 weeks along. At first, she was really excited about that, apparently, she shared with me. But then it hit her that maybe this pregnancy was from another guy, and that really concerned her and freaked her out. She thought about that for a couple days and then said to herself, I need help and I'm calling Life Care. She called and said, can I come in and talk to you? Her exact words were, I'm scratching for help. Can you help me? I think I need to get an abortion. She came right here, and honestly, she was so easy to talk to. I started out just asking her to tell me about herself, and she just floodgate opened up about everything. There were actually lots of young pregnant people throughout her life, and she didn't want to be that person. And she said, I've never thought of myself as a mom. If this baby is from baby A or daddy A, I don't want that. I had a one-night fling and I can't do that. If I could be guaranteed that it's this dad over here, then that would be okay. I think I could do it. And I said, well, let's talk about what does it mean for you to parent your baby, regardless of who the dad is. So I had her write down a list, pros and cons, good things and bad things. She just was very logical in her thinking, and I thought maybe if she sees this on paper, we talked for over 2 hours, so it was a really long, good conversation. One of the things I told her was that I want Life Care to be a safe place for you. Right now, it sounds like your life is a storm. It's crazy, it's chaotic, and so I'll let this be a safe place. Let's talk about all of your options. She hadn't mentioned adoption, and then she started talking about her brother and sister-in-law who have not had children and can't have children. And I said, well, you mentioned that. Would you ever consider having them adopt your baby? Instantly, she said, my sister-in-law asked me that question too. And I thought, oh, good, here we go. This is a plus. And she said, I could never choose adoption for my baby. This is my responsibility, and I'm either going to raise this baby or I'm going to have the abortion. I have to tell you, I felt like a knife in my chest. I wasn't exactly sure how to respond to that, but we kept going. Later on in the conversation, I said, one of my jobs is to tell you the truth, and to tell you the truth in love. And so I can list for you, I can introduce you to several moms, probably 4 or 5, who've been in your exact same decision spot. They've chosen to have their baby, and they said it's the best decision they've ever made. I can also introduce you to 4 or 5 women who actually volunteer here at Life Care, or who have in the past. They chose abortion and they regret it. And she said, but I'm really strong and I'll be okay. And that really just made me sad, because I had told her earlier, wow, you're really strong. You could be a mom. She said, I want a big red sign flashing telling me what to do. Is this baby gonna be dad A or dad B? I want answers to that. I want to know what I should do. Should I get the abortion or should I have the baby? She said, but you can't tell me that, can you? And I said, no, I can't make that decision for you, but I have told you the truth. And she said, thank you so much for being here to talk to me today. This has really helped me. And I said, well, we're going to be here for you, regardless of what decision you make. when I texted her a couple days later and said, hey, do you need to come back in? How's it going? She said, I talked to him and he's okay with this and he's very supportive. Thank you for all that you helped me with, and I'll keep you up to date on the process. So it doesn't always end with them choosing life for their baby. But I was reminded recently of the story in Daniel where the 3 young men were thrown into the fire because they said, we're not gonna bow down to your God. Even if our God is able to save us, but even if he doesn't, we're not gonna worship your God. So God's just been showing me through this whole thing that I know that he is able still to this very second to rescue and save that baby. There's not a doubt in my mind that he can put roadblocks in her path. But even if he doesn't do that, we're still going to be here worshiping him. We're still going to be here serving him, doing what he calls us to do here for every mom, every dad, every baby. Even though it's obviously still hard. And so thank you for letting me share with you about this difficult situation. And thank you for praying for us. When I send out urgent prayer requests saying that abortion determined or abortion minded person's coming in, we know that we can feel your prayers for us. And so I would just encourage you to keep praying. God is able.